What's going on, guys? D. Anthony here with Evolution Traders. In this video, I want to talk about the NASDAQ futures. I want to talk about the phenomenal run that we had today. And I want to talk about some problems that presented themselves today to a lot of traders. So maybe you found yourself on the receiving end of what I'm about to talk about, or maybe you made an astronomical amount of money today, okay? If you did make money today and you managed to protect that money, whether it was 25 bucks or 25,000, congratulations. If you guys found yourselves on the receiving end of not being able to make money today, or not sticking with the trend, or hesitating too long, or wanting to short, I'm guilty. Towards the later half of the day after lunchtime, after watching the market go up for what felt like an eternity, I did put on a little bit of a short position at one of the highs that went into drawdown, came back to break even, went positive, came back to break even, and then stopped me out. I was able to catch an early trade off the beginning open. So if you notice down here, I was looking at the opening range candle. So I was looking at the opening range candle here at 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We shot up out of the gates. And what I wanted to see is us to take out the previous day's channel. Now I had that marked out at 16,575. You can see that we quickly kind of come into that previous day's channel liquidity area, whatever you want to call it, support, or supply, resistance, doesn't really matter what you want to call it. Now, this is a good entry here. You can see when we come up to the supply zone, we stop right at it. And then as soon as we confirm, we go ahead and we get long. So what you want to do here, this is a 19.5 point candle. We're looking for 19.5 bare minimum to take profits. So if I was to, I have this kind of set up here. Okay, I have this kind of set up. If I was to use this candle as a stop loss, that stop loss would have been sitting somewhere around 16,558. Now, this was the trade that I took, okay? And I only played one mini contract. I was able to make over $400 on it. Now, I did not, again, I repeat, I did not catch any of this explosiveness, okay? So if my entry is going to be here over the 16,579, I was only looking to target that 1-to-1, get that 20 points. Now, I didn't even get that, okay? So it was around 18, 19 points. I started to sell out, give or take. And then I took another little bit of a scalp trade, very quickly got in and just got out. I was able to make over $400 on the play. And all in all, it was around 20 points, give or take, right? But if you notice, let me just kind of take this off so we can see. If you kind of notice here, look at where I sold out, where I was out of my position. I was out of my position in full in this candlestick here, okay? And look at the monster move that the NQ decided to put in, literally all day long. So again, here's the problem that a lot of traders face today. A lot of traders were looking for a short position here, okay? A lot of traders were looking for a short position here. A lot of traders were looking for a short position here. A lot of traders were looking for a short position here when we started to pull back. A lot of traders thought that when we're getting close to testing this 20 SMA here towards the the close, this is where I was trying to catch that short position for some type of last minute dump in the last hour. Never came. Okay, so it never came. And when you have a serious trending day like this, there's only two things that you can do. You can stay out of the market altogether, or you can continue to go with the trend. The last thing you want to do is get in front of the train and stand on the tracks when it's barreling through your town, okay? So I get it. After last week's moves, it felt like the market was ready to push down. In fact, besides NVIDIA, I did happen to have that long on my list. The rest of the 90% of names that I was looking to trade today, I all had them short, meaning I was only waiting for a short position besides NVIDIA. So when we start to make new highs and we start to pull back and we start to put in a new high, a lot of traders will tend to look for these short positions back into support. And when it comes back into support, you think, okay, now that's the top, we're going to roll over. And then you get trapped. And then it comes back down again. You're like, oh man, if we just lose this previous structure here, we're going to, come back down. And then we don't do that. So what you have to do is, as hard as it is to, kind of wrap your head around, you have to stay with the trend. So when you're noticing that we're power trending and it's basically algos just flipped on, the price action is just climbing higher and higher, and every pullback gets bought up and every pullback gets bought up, what you then have to do is you have to turn into a killer chart reader and a great technical analyst, meaning you need to be able to draw basic supply and demand zones on your chart. So what I'm looking at here is when we put in this first high, right? We put in this first little high and then we have a red candle, then we pull back. Well, this here is a high, okay? So if this is a high, notice this high point, this is going to be an area of resistance. So what I need to do is drag this supply, this resistance across. So notice that we hit our head once, we hit our head twice, we hit our head 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. Instead of looking for the short position, you need to play the breakout, because you can see this is a clear uptrend. Now, where would your stop be? Your stop's going to be below the structure, okay? So your stop loss would be below here. It's not that big of a stop loss, okay? And I can actually change these to white. That way you can see them a little bit better. We're going to save that as the default. So your stop loss would be here below 16,622. Your entry would be here at 7:30 a.m. Now, when we put in a new high and then we pull back, now this becomes a new supply zone. So when we do decide to take it out, it's the same thing. Use the previous swing low as your stop. Trust the charts, get in on the continuation breakout, and take it for a little bit of a ride. This candle here was 27 points. Take it for a 1-to-1. You're going to get your 27 points. When you make a new high, consolidate, 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 and then pull back. Instead of looking for the short, look for the breakout. Breakout would be here. Okay, and I'm a victim where I did not follow my own medicine today, because I took that quick trade, I took the second scalp, and then I was waiting and I was waiting and I was waiting and I was waiting, and then it was in this area I was looking to short, right? I wanted to catch that big intraday or end of day pullback. It never came. It was just an absolute mess. Luckily I was able to escape the day without getting severely crushed. But this is a day where you can chop yourself up and you can blow an account very, very easily, because you're not trusting the price action. Again, I know how hard it is, okay? I've been doing this for 9 years and it's still extremely frustrating. It's still extremely difficult to believe that the market is continuing to go higher. It's extremely difficult to believe that the market is continuing to go down and down and down and down, or vice versa, up and up and up and up. Because it's like, how can the market's up 1%, 1.5%, 200 points, 300 points, and you're always looking for that short, you're always looking for that long, or whatever, depending on the price action. Today, the market, a lot of people were looking for the short. They're looking for the short. They're looking for the short. They're looking for the short. The short never showed up, guys. It never showed up. So instead of sitting here watching price action go against you, sitting here waiting to go against the trend on a very, very strong day, we all, including myself, missed out on a huge run up. Just notice every time we put in a new high today, right? New high, consolidate, 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 breakthrough. Where is your stop loss? Your stop loss is here at the swing low. Okay, this candle is only 11 points. We're only looking for 11 points to the high side. Now, again, you can hold it a lot longer, but I'm just using just a general rule of thumb. We're looking for 1-to-1. Okay, so if we're looking for 1-to-1, you got 11 points there. Okay, what are we looking for next? We're looking for a new high and then a pullback. Once you get a new high, you need consolidate, 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 breakthrough, or you need a new high, pull back, consolidate, and then break through. Well, notice the breakthrough candle was 12.5 points here. You would have also made another 12.5 points here. So that would have been 22 points on those last two plays I just showed you. Where would your stop have been on this particular play? Previous swing low. It's not that hard, right? So when you look at it in hindsight, it's never that difficult. It always looks so easy. But guess what? Welcome to reality and welcome to trading, because when you're watching the live markets, it never is that easy. It's never that easy. It's just, oh, well, let me just continue to go long. Let me just continue to go long. So instead, what the average retail trader does, including myself, because I'm an average retail trader just like you, what we do is we don't want to believe that the market is going higher. We want to guess. We want to assume that we know that there's going to be a pullback. We want to assume that we're going to get that big, back test. We want to assume that we know when the market's going to top out. We start picking and choosing where the market's going to top instead of going with the trend. Why is it so difficult? Because we don't want to lose money. Because I can't chase the stock up here because if I do pull back now, I'm going to lose a lot of money. Well, I can't chase the stock long now because if it pulls back, I'm going to lose a lot of money. Well, guess what? Guess what the opposite is continuing to short and getting trapped and losing money. Continuing to short, getting trapped and losing money. Sitting on your hands, not making no money, no money, no money, no money, no money, no money, no money. Market closed. I didn't make any money today because I was waiting for a pullback. Why not stick with the trend? That's a question that I'm going to ask everyone out there because it's a huge problem. It's a psychological problem. We are all human beings unless you're some type of AI bot or you're some type of alien from another universe or some creature from I don't know where. But I would like to think that everyone watching this video is a human being just like me. Why is it that we let our psychology get the best of us when we know we should be going with the trend? So why are we not going with the trend? When we know we should be looking for new long entries or buying pullbacks, but we don't. We're shorting pullbacks. We don't short pullbacks above supply. Okay. Now what supply? The 20-day moving average. What supply? The previous day's channel. That's this black line down here. We don't short below supply. We bounce off of support. We bounce off of demand. We don't look to short demand in an uptrend. We look to bounce demand in an uptrend. Just like we don't long when we're underneath supply. We look to play rejections back down at supply when we're underneath supply. So I really want to drive this home and I want to focus this because if the market decides to go on a magical, mysterious bull year in 2024, can we please make money by going with the trend? Just to say the same, if the market goes into a big bear market, can we please just make money with the trend to the downside and quit guessing that the market's going to bounce and go back up? I don't care which way the market goes. I'm a day trader. It doesn't matter to me. I hold nothing long. I'm not an investor. I don't have a 401k. I'm not investing for when I'm 80 years old. I'm day trading for today. I'm day trading for tomorrow, for next week. So I don't care if the market is going up or down. But the question still remains. Then if we're here just to make money, why are we trying to get cute? Why are we trying to be smarter than the market? Guys, could this have been the top and we could have shorted here and made a bunch of money on the way down? Yes. But that's a guess. That's a feeling. We don't trade feelings. We trade technicals. We trade price action. We trade reality. So if you take anything away from this video at all, and you find yourself in a day like today, now notice there's no 20 plays. You guys have been watching my videos for a long time. There's no 20 SMA setup all day long. Okay. So if there's no setup, we have to find another way to make money. That's confirming a previous day high. That's getting in on breakouts of structure. That's getting in on bounce plays off the 20 SMA. Bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play. Okay? Breakout new high. 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 Why am I repeating myself? Because it needs to become a habit. You need to identify these things in real time. Previous day high broken. Long entry. New high. Here. New highs. Pullback. New breakout long. New high. Pullback. Bounce. Okay. Bounce off the 20 SMA. What's the stop loss? Previous swing low. Previous swing low. New high. Pullback. Bounce. Breakout play over previous highs. What's your stop loss? Previous swing low. Previous swing low. 20 SMA. New high. Okay, new high. You guys following me? New high. Breakout. What's your stop loss? Previous swing low. Okay, or previous swing low, or close below the 20 SMA. Not pullback. Short trap. Not pullback. Short trap. Pullback. Trap. Stay with the trend. Even if your setup is not giving you any strategies, find the swing lows, find the new highs, draw supply and demand, wait for the breakout. Wait for the pullback into a moving average. You want to use the 9, you want to use the 20, you want to use the 50, doesn't matter. You want to use the 10, the 5, I don't care what you use. Pulls back into support, you bounce it. Pulls back into support, green candle takes out previous red, use a previous 5-minute candle as a stop, go long. Pulls back into support, green candle takes out red, use a previous 5-minute low candle as a stop, go long. Hope you guys got a little bit of value from this video. Again, if you didn't make any money today, maybe you chopped yourself up a little bit, you lost some money because you were going against a trend or you didn't want to believe that the market can go up. I get it, it happens. It happens. I gave back some money here very late in the day. Took the $400 and a half, $450 or $460 or whatever it was, $430 down to around $210, $215. Not too pleased about that, but again, I'm human. It's going to happen. I tried to play hero. I wanted to catch some mysterious, majestical flush at the end of the day. It never happened. It is what it is. We live to trade another day. As long as we didn't kill ourselves and blow our accounts up, everything is great. With that being said, if you guys want to trade with me and the team each and every single day live, that link is down in the description box below. I have 3 spaces open for January. I'll see all of you guys on the inside.